We're going to continue to check your local IQ. Our folks from Local IQ magazine and our Friday film guy, Dan Gutierrez. Dan, holding up the new issue of Local IQ magazine. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Very nice.
All right, so out of the two movies, Pain and Gain, and the other one I can't even remember.
Yeah,
The
you don't
Big
even have to
Wedding.
remember. The Big Wedding.
What would you recommend
I'm gonna
we go
have-
see this weekend?
All right. I'm going to have to say, and it pains me to say this, go see the Michael Bay movie, Pain and Gain. And I feel like I'm starting like a rivalry against Michael Bay. But I'm going to give that the trailer looks amazing. It looks hilarious. I'm going to give my full support beforehand, before I've even seen it, to say, I want to go see Pain and Gain. I'm going to check it out tonight, and next week I'll let you know what I thought of it.
Okay.
All right. And next week, we have some DVDs coming out.
Yeah, coming out this Tuesday, we have a couple of awesome movies that are really exciting to see. First, we have Gangster Squad, which is the Emma Stone. It's basically, it takes place during Prohibition.
Yeah.
The mob has taken over Los Angeles, and some rogue police officers have to go in and kind of stop the mob using all of their abilities.
Right.
And the reason why is because they're believing that most of the police officers in there that are around at that time are also corrupt and are kind of doing their bidding with the mob. So they have to kind of go outside of the police force to be able to take down the mob and all the bad guys. Now, the big problem there is that everybody's corrupt, so it's hard to kind of break and be that extra person out of there. So they have to kind of use some extreme means and kill some people and do some.
There's a lot of shooting going on.
Break some rules and commit some crimes to save the day and be heroes.
And there's a love story in there. Emma Stone is the femme fatale.
Kind of a forced love story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. I've seen this movie. Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone are kind of forced together as this like love story, and I know there's a lot of sexual tension between the two, but the thing is that I didn't believe it, and I didn't really care when I saw this movie. What I really wanted to see was more bad guys trying to be taken down by good guys in really bad and cruel ways, because the good guys at this point, they're allowed to do almost anything because they're breaking the law to do good things for the society.
Right.
So I want to see them break the law for society and be pushed. How far should I break the law to be able to take down what I believe is right? And that is kind of like that dichotomy that I really wish they really pushed into more.
And Sean Penn's the bad guy.
Sean Penn is amazing. You put a script in front of him. I give him this local IQ. I could give him an Academy Award after he finished reading this thing. He's an amazing actor. Any script you hand him, he's going to turn it into something. Even though the character Sean Penn did in this was the cliche bad guy that had the bad mouth and was trying to be extremely evil. It was very cliche, but I was like, I've seen this cliche before and you nailed it. So I still think Sean Penn did an amazing job in that.
Let's talk about Silver Linings Playbook.
Great
that was a
movie.
I loved the movie, and yet it was mildly disturbing as I'm watching it. It was so complex. I thought Jennifer Lawrence was amazing. I thought Bradley Cooper was amazing.
Absolutely.
And it's one of those complex stories that you can't explain to anybody. You just have to go experience it.
Yeah.
I really do not want to give anything away for Silver Linings Playbook. All I'm going to have to say is there's a reason why Jennifer Lawrence won an award, the Academy Award for this.
Yes.
And there's also a reason why Bradley Cooper is breaking out of his shell instead of doing the Hangover movies. And there's a reason why he's a fantastic actor. And I think we should start handing him more roles because of this movie. So all I'm going to have to say is, yes, Robert De Niro's in it, but Silver Linings Playbook is a fantastic movie, and it received a lot of accolades at the beginning of the year during award season. I'm going to have to say that I totally agree with all the accolades that it receives. It was one of the best of 2012, so definitely see Silver Linings Playbook.
Great movie.
And that I don't want to give out too many details. It's basically a weird love story between a guy that's dealing with a lot of PTSD issues after seeing his wife or girlfriend cheat on him, and Jennifer Lawrence is also someone that's going through some additional issues.
Yes.
So it's issues upon issues, and Robert De Niro, even though he's the father, is also going through issues.
Yeah, he's got his own problems.
It's a lot of issues going on.
It makes you squirm a little bit, but you appreciate the the brilliance of the film when you're done.
Absolutely. Big movie that we're going to talk about for next week, that's coming out next week, is Iron Man 3. It's the very first movie that's back without the whole group of superheroes like the Avengers. So everyone's excited for this. I've heard from some of the premieres that this is an amazing movie. It's on par with the Avengers. So I'm excited for it. So Iron Man 3 is something that we're all gearing up to see this next weekend.
And your radio show, Director's Cut Radio website, 30 seconds.
This weekend, check out thedirectorscutradio.com. We have a couple of special guests. We have some local directors and filmmakers that are going to be hanging out in the studio. We're going to just chat and have fun. Cool. So check us out, directorscutradio.com. Download the podcast. Enjoy the fun. That's what we do.
Good to see you, man.
Good.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, Dan. All right, there's your Friday film overview with Dan Gutierrez. Check your local IQ segment here on The Morning Brew. We'll be back for the final cup in just a second.